Welcome to Forsyth County Schools, where our vision is a safe, connected, and thriving community for all.
All of our more than 5,000 employees contribute to making this vision a reality. Our Board of Education, Superintendent, community, parent partners, and, most importantly, our students are thrilled that you have selected Forsyth County as a professional destination. We are fortunate in Forsyth County to have a target that everyone involved in our work is aiming to achieve with all of our students, the learner profile. This is, for lack of a better term, the finish line. This is what we hope for all of our students, the skills they will exhibit as we grow leaders for success. No matter what your position in our district, you too will contribute to this effort and know the importance of the work we do. This virtual Forsyth Connect session is intended to help guide you and answer the most common questions raised during the employment process. There will, of course, be opportunities for you to engage our human resources staff in any questions that you have not had addressed. We believe we are connecting dreams to success and are eager for you to be a part of it. If you are a brand new employee and not a current substitute, you should have already visited the Forsyth launch page, and your next step will be to complete your pre-employment paperwork. Please view the screencast in Step 3, but you can refer back to this video for the following tips on navigating eTreat. Remember the password and username that you just created while claiming your account, and log in. You can see the forms you need to complete. Your view might be different depending on the position. For example, only lay coaches and after-school workers are required to fill out these two forms. Certified educators will soon see a contract release form, but you get the idea. Regrettably, forms do not disappear when you submit them, and the program will allow you to submit multiple forms. It really is not a big deal if you submit too many or if you complete one not required for your position, but the best way to check your progress is in the Activity tab. This will tell you all of the forms or packages that have been submitted and their progress. There is one important title to note. You can see one of the forms is called Onboarding. It is important to note the difference between the progress step of accumulating versus the package name of onboarding. The first 5 forms are accumulated into a single package. This makes it quite a bit easier to get your deductions correct and to process you into our payroll systems, but it can be confusing. If you see the word accumulating in your activity, that means something is missing. You can click on any of the documents to view them, but if you click on one titled Onboarding or if Accumulating is in the progress status, it will open up a list of documents in this step. This view is from a complete onboarding packet, so all 5 documents are present. But if you see Accumulate, please check for one of the 5 that is missing. If you see Onboarding in the title, you are good to go. Well, you still need to do the I-9 and the direct deposit, or any other forms relevant to your position. Our website has a number of resources available for employees, including links to staff calendars. The majority of our staff, including teachers and paraprofessionals, follow the 190-day staff calendar. You are currently viewing the 2021 version, but updates are available whenever the board approves them. The work calendar followed varies with the position. Our bus drivers work 180 days. Our cafeteria and kitchen staff work 182. Assistant principals and other select positions follow a variety of calendars. And our custodians, principals, district administrators, and other select staff follow a 240-day schedule. All are available on our web pages. If you have questions about the number of work days you are scheduled for, you will receive a salary information sheet that will be covered a little later. Our staff handbook is also available online and can be accessed via the Human Resources page. While this session will not view all contents of the handbook, it is important to highlight a few items. You will notice the prominence of the Code of Ethics for Educators. The Code of Ethics defines the professional behavior of educators in Georgia and serves as a guide to ethical conduct. It is meant to provide guidance for the protection, health, safety, and general welfare of both our students and employees, and ensures a degree of accountability within our profession. While our certified employees have a credential from the Georgia Professional Standards Commission, it is important to note that the Code of Ethics for Educators applies to all Forsyth County employees. One of the requirements in this code is that employees must report a breach of one or more of the standards. If you read nothing else in the handbook, read the Code of Ethics. A number of critical areas are covered, including the required reporting for child abuse. In Forsyth County, any employee who has reasonable cause to believe that a child under the age of 18 and/or a student has been physically abused, neglected, or exploited, or sexually abused must report the fact known to the principal, site supervisor, or designee. You must report this immediately. We are talking about the safety of children, and that is our first and most important priority. Whatever position you are accepting, this is your most critical responsibility as you occupy a position of incredible trust. Employees cannot be under the influence of alcohol or drugs during the course of professional practice, and we are, of course, a tobacco-free workplace. This includes all school system property, including school buses and county vehicles. Other important policies, including our harassment, discrimination, and grievance procedures, can be found here within the Employee Handbook. Forsyth County wants to create a culture of belonging where differences, abilities, and beliefs are respected and celebrated. A terrific benefit to working in our school system is the provision of sick leave. All employees accrue leave at the rate of 1 1/4 day for each completed month of work. The leave is fronted to employees each year, but resignations prior to June 30 may result in a loss of leave. Sick leave may only be taken for reasons of personal illness, injury or exposure to contagious diseases, or absences necessitated by the illness in the employee's immediate family. The policy defines immediate family rather clearly. Up to 3 days of the yearly allotment for sick leave can be taken as personal leave. There are restrictions for this leave, including the notice you must give and limitations when it cannot be taken, such as it not being allowed the day before or after a holiday. Employees may accrue up to 120 days of sick leave, and certified employees who are transferring from another Georgia system may bring up to 45 unused accrued sick days with them. It is important to note that sick leave is not paid time off as enjoyed by the private sector. It is only to be taken for the circumstances prescribed. Most school system employees are blessed with a large number of available days where they are not scheduled to work, in addition to sick leave for both illness and in cases of medical emergencies necessitating longer absences. We are, however, limited in when we can take days off. Requests for week-long vacations will not be granted, and the use of sick leave for anything other than the prescribed reasons is a violation of both policy and the Code of Ethics. We simply must be available to serve our students. There is a small class of employees, 240 days, who work year-round and accrue annual leave. This is earned at varying rates based on experience and can be found in the policy. Current salary schedules can be accessed from the Staff Handbook or the Human Resources page. You are looking at the 1920 teacher salary schedule as an example. Descriptions of salary criteria can be found at the bottom of each schedule. For employees who work less than year-round, pay is prorated so that checks will continue during the months you are not working. Here is a simplified example of how this works. Say a sample employee's annual salary is listed at $12,000, but said employee only works 10 months, as most of our employees do. 12,000 divided by 10 months equals a monthly paycheck of $1,200 a month. If we paid like this, though, most all of our employees would go 2 months without receiving any paycheck. Covering benefits and other expenses might be problematic. Thus, instead of simply dividing 12,000 by 10, we prorate. In this example, $200 taken from every check so that paychecks will continue to be received during the months not worked. The proration is applied to all hourly and salaried employees. Simple, right? In our handbook, as well as at the bottom of the Virtual Connect page, under the resource sections, you will find our verification forms. One for certified, teachers, counselors, administrators, etc., and the other for classified, which includes a broad range of employees, including paraprofessionals, clerical staff, and bus drivers. It is critically important that you verify all prior relevant employment so that we may pay you correctly. Forsyth County Schools follows a strict pay schedule where raises are typically applied with experience. There are limitations on this. Certified positions generally receive years of credit for similar experiences that require use of their certificate in another accredited school district. Classified positions also get years of service awarded. Examples of how both of these might work are as follows. If you were a teacher in a neighboring county, you will get year-for-year credit as a teacher. The same applies for bus drivers, paraprofessionals, and all employees who work jobs in accredited school districts. Teachers, however, cannot get credit on their salary schedules for years worked as a paraprofessional. Bus drivers may not get credit for outside work not relevant to their current job. However, individuals may get credit for up to 7 years of work experience in the private sector for similar position. An example of this could be the school secretary who worked for 10 years in the private sector and can get up to 7 years of experience for that work. In addition to our gratitude for your service, Forsyth County will also award up to 3 years of experience for military service with the provision of your DD-214. Returning Forsyth County school system employees only need to verify anything done since they left our employment. Remember, FCS was paying you correctly when you left, so you will pick up where you left us on the salary scale unless you turn in verification of any years after you left our employment. Here is our certified experience form. Classified looks a little bit different. You are responsible for sending this to your prior employer or employers at the district level. They will complete it and return it to you as directed on the form. When you send it into our office, you will receive confirmation, likely an email. This gives you a receipt that we have received your experience form for salary purposes, and it is recommended that you retain this email. If you are currently employed in a school district, you will likely not be able to have this completed until the year is done. You will, however, want this to be done so that you can get this year's and verification of sick leave that can be transferred over. All experience verification forms must be received in our office before August 5th in order to ensure prior years of experience are included in the first paycheck. It is critical that these forms represent a complete history of your prior experience. Submitting a single complete package assures that you will be compensated correctly. You worked hard for those years, and you certainly want to be paid for them. Our employees receive a salary information sheet at the start of the school year, typically in August. This information will include certificate level for teachers, years experience because everyone has turned in their verification by that point, right? And any additional compensated duties. The first checks for the new school year are issued at the end of August via direct deposit. Your employee badge will be sent to the school directly and should be available before your first workday. A final reminder is to make sure you complete your fingerprint check at our safety office. No one can begin work until our office has had the opportunity to clear your background. The form needed can be accessed on our resource page in addition to your onboarding packet. It is our hope that most of your questions could be answered by visiting either the Forsyth Connect page or the virtual Forsyth Connect page that you access this screencast on. But please do not hesitate to call us or email us if any member of our team can assist you and welcome you to this wonderful school district. People choose us as a professional destination for a wide variety of reasons, but they stay because we are a large district that feels like a small district. A family feel where your colleagues recognize both the importance of our work with children and that our profession is a team sport. The Forsyth County Human Resources Department, where we connect dreams to success, thanks you for joining Forsyth County Schools.